Hello dear children, so today I am going with you all to explain the Newton's laws of motion. We have done about Newton's three laws of motion, Newton's first law of motion, second and third, and that I will show you and prove Newton's third law, all the three laws of motion by a very simple activity. You can see the thread I have fixed from one end to the other end, and here is a straw which I am using here. So you can see I have fixed it along with the thread, and I am having a balloon. So what I am going to do, first of all, let's do the Newton's first law of motion. Newton's first law of motion says that a body tries to remain at rest or in motion until or unless an external force is not applied. Right. So I am using a balloon. So when I will burst that balloon, so let's see that. I am using the sellotape to fix the other ends of the balloon. So now there is no force acting on it. So that means it is at rest. The moment I will release this ball, then the air will come out and it will exert the force. Right? And then the balloon will come in motion. So you can see this is nothing Newton's first law of motion. And the first time I have not applied the force, when I fill the air, then that filled air provides the force, external force, right, due to which the balloon comes in motion. And why it came to rest? Because at that time no force was acting on it, and due to friction of the thread also it comes into play. That's why that finally it comes to rest. Now let us see about Newton's second law of motion. So Newton's second law of motion states that the rate of change of momentum is directly proportional to external force applied. Let me show you that how it is directly proportional and how the momentum changes with the change in force. So now Newton's second law of motion, dear children. In Newton's second law of motion, as I told you, rate of change of momentum is directly proportional to external force applied. Now the force is provided by the air which is present in the balloon. When I will release the air, or when I fill little bit amount of air, then see how the momentum will change of the balloon. See now, so this is the momentum because I filled the less air. Now what I am going to do, I am going to increase the amount of air and we will observe it again. Now you can see that as the size of the balloon is more as compared to the first case. Now the force will be more and the change in momentum will be more. Let's see. So you can see it covering more distance. So it proves that Newton's second law of motion, rate of change of momentum is directly proportional to the external force. In both the cases, the amount of air was different. When you will fill the amount of air more, then the balloon will cover more distance. That means more force, more change in momentum. Right? So now let's do the Newton's third law of motion. In Newton's third law of motion, we know that to every action there is equal and opposite reaction. Let's see how to do this. I am bringing this balloon back to its position again. So now, again filling the air. So Newton's third law of motion, to every action there is equal and opposite reaction. When I will release the balloon, the air will apply the force in the backward direction, air will come in this direction and the balloon will push in the opposite direction. So this is air present in outside and air present inside the balloon. So action and reaction are equal and opposite. So due to this reason the balloon is moving forward. You can see that. So this is a very simple example, simple demonstration to show Newton's laws of motion, first law and second law and third law. I hope everyone will understand by doing that activity. This is a simple activity you can do at home. Even a 4, 5, 6 class student can do that, and they will be understand easily about all the Newton laws of motion, which are very, very important part of physics. And I know that you must have understood about the definitions as well as the demonstration. Thank you so much, my dear children.